Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Kasa Sessions. My name is Tris Naomi and today's episode is an episode closer to my heart. I believe a lot of people have faced this and some still facing. It's what nobody knew about me, what nobody knew about us. What nobody knows about me is that I became an expert at hiding in plain sight. I could be in a room full of people laughing, smiling, even dancing, and still feel like I didn't belong there, like my voice didn't matter, like my emotions had to stay locked away. And maybe you know that feeling too. Wearing strength like an outfit, even when you are breaking inside. Laughing with friends only to cry alone later. Looking put together while silently falling apart. We live in a world that celebrates toughness but rarely makes space for honesty. A world that tells us to move on, to be strong, to keep it together, when sometimes all we want is to fall apart and still be seen. But here's the truth. You are not alone in that silence, and that's why I created this space. Kasa Session is where we strip the masks, where music meets memory, where dance meets healing, where identity finds its voice, and where every story, even the messy ones, matters. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being real. Or if you've ever hidden your pain behind a smile, if you've ever felt unseen while standing right in the spotlight, if you've ever wondered whether your voice matters, this podcast is for you. Welcome to Kasa Sessions, and this is just the beginning. And that is why I wanted to start here, because behind the name Kasa Sessions is my own truth. What nobody know about me, a personal story about silence, survival, and finally choosing to speak. There was a version of me everyone saw, smiling, dancing, pushing through. But behind all that, there were things nobody knew about me, and for a very long time, I kept it that way. I became really good at smiling, good at being okay, dancing, showing up like nothing was wrong. I was the person everyone called strong. They saw confidence, energy, and even joy. But what they didn't see was the weight I carried underneath all that. I would laugh with people and then feel completely alone the moment I was by myself. I felt like if I ever said I was going through something, be emotionally, spiritually, or even mentally, I'll be seen as weak, dramatic, or maybe just ignored, so I said nothing. I let music speak for me. I let movement hold the part of me I couldn't explain. I was present, but wasn't really there. My escape was always movement. When words felt too heavy, I danced, not for attention, not for applause, but because it was the only moment or only time I felt like I belonged to myself. I didn't need to explain what I was feeling when my body already knew how to explain it. And in those moments, I felt like music and movement were the only thing that understood me. Other times, it was playlists at night, lyrics that made me feel sane. Music and movement are always my language. They gave me permission to feel without saying a word. But even with all that, there came a point where I know something had to change. I remember a moment I didn't know what triggered it exactly, but I just broke. Not publicly, just quietly broke. And in that silence, I remember I was tired of pretending, tired of always holding it together, tired of feeling like I had to shrink my truth so others could stay comfortable. That was the beginning of my shift, and slowly started choosing truth over everything. Not all the time, not perfectly, but enough to start feeling like myself again. That was where Kasa Session comes from. This deep desire to give space to the parts of ourselves we hide. Every story deserves a space. This space is the version of us that were never allowed to speak. Here we say things we were told to bury. If this resonates with you, if you've ever felt like nobody saw the real you, stay with me. We are going to unpack it all through art, music, movement, and truth. Now I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've kept inside? Something nobody knew about you? Or when was the first time you truly allowed yourself to feel? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what somebody else needs to hear today. This is your space. This is our space. This is Kasa Session.